Alright, I'm back. Back once again. It's Roose the Rotor with Racks of Games. Man, I've been so busy. I could barely even get to doing this video. I mean, look, I haven't even gotten to this yet. I was supposed to put this thing together. But at the same time, I want to keep this video series going. So how does this sound? We'll do this video over a period of 4 different nights, since it's the 4th episode. And we'll call it a 4-night Roose-O-Rama. Sounds good to me. Sounds badass to me. So how about we, my friends are waiting, so how about we head over there and do the first night. See you guys there. Alright, it's night number 1 of the 4-night Roose-O-Rama. And, I have shown Contra. I have shown that I have this game. I've expressed how much I like it. It's good. It's tough. It's really good. 2-player. I also have Contra Super C, Spirits, and the Game Boy one on a 4-in-1 multi-cart. So I actually took that multi-cart to a game store and tried to get some store credit for it just for fun to see what would happen. They were really rude to me, and now they're out of business, and that doesn't really bother me very much. But here is one thing I did get from that store that is Contra related. That would be Neo Contra. I just saw this game there and I'm like, wow, that looks cool. Heck, I have a PS2. We took it home, did it 2-player. It's hard, but it's kind of just a different style. It's obviously modern. You've got the PS2, so a lot more capabilities. It's a good game. It's cool. I think you get to choose from like 4 different stages, and you can kind of pick where you go, kind of like Mega Man. What's even cooler about this copy, though, is this. And this. It's a Hollywood video rental. Well, that's cool. And I didn't really realize how cool that was until I've seen the video game, like the rental stores go away. And it's like, wow, it's like whatever's left of that time period, I'm going to enjoy it. Because I used to go to rental stores all the time. Like Blockbuster. We'd go to Little Caesars, order a pizza, and then I could get a game. So it would be like Twisted Metal 3. It would be the Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. I have endless stories to tell. But the story right now is this game, and the fact it's in a Hollywood video case. With Hollywood Video's gameplay tips. That's cool. So the first item we're adding tonight, and for the whole video, would be Neo Contra for the PlayStation 2. So the second of 6 games, how about we add this? Sonic Jam for the Famicom. Sealed. Why would I get this? Well, figured, heck, they're sealed. It's Sonic. I like Sonic. I know it's a shitty game. I know it's tough. And you know what's possibly even tougher than getting this game? Which, not that it's rare or anything. You know what's even tougher? Is finding a Famicom that doesn't have a damaged screen. I was looking around online for Famicoms, and they all say, like, oh, there's a line through the screen, or there's some bullshit with it. Like, that sucks. So you can't even play Famicom games? Oh, well. I have them, Sonic Jam. I love Sonic the Hedgehog. And then, I figured, heck, they're sealed, they're affordable. So, 2 sealed brand new Famicom Sonic Jam games, even though I don't have the console. Hopefully I can find one that actually works. Speaking of not having the console, you'd think, oh, you're not going to make that mistake twice. I've already made it way more than twice. How about this? Super 1997 new 7-in-1. Well, that's cool. Looks cool. It obviously has to look cool, because I can't play it. So, it's all looks, dude. This is buying a book for its cover at this point. It's a Super Famicom game. And I've heard with Super Nintendos, you can take little pins off or something and play Super Famicom. I don't even have one of those. So what do we have on the game list? Soccer, of course, just your generic sports bullcrap. Sonic Wings, I think that's like a flying game. Aladdin, I've heard that's pretty cool. Heard it's good. I've also heard it's better on the Genesis, so whatever. Power Rangers, you're missing the S there. I have no idea what that game is. Turtle Fighter. I've heard the Super Nintendo Turtles game's really good. I've just never played it. Top Gear 1. I'd love to try that because I love Top Gear 2. I'm such a big Top Gear 2 fan. Top Gear 2 for the Genesis 2-player. It's one of my favorite game experiences ever. That's why I haven't talked about it yet, because it's just too epic. And then Super Mario 4. Wonder what that could be. Super Mario. It's probably Super Mario World, huh? You would think that there would be a Super Mario World artwork here, but there's not. So I don't know what's up with that. But the Super 1997 new 7-in-1 for the Super Famicom. I'm already tired of talking. There's that. You wouldn't make the mistake 3 times, would ya? Fuck yeah, I would. Super 5-in-1 for the Super Famicom. This whole night has been super. I've said that word so many times. Power Ranger, the movie. It's the same shit. Like, we've already talked about that. What else is there? Did. Super Mario 4. Super Mario 4. What is this madness all about? It's badass is what it is, dude. That's why I love gaming, you know? I love video games. Aladdin, it's the same shit. Like, this is like the same multi-cart. This one's just shittier. Although, in my opinion, it actually looks cooler. So, yeah, that's nuts, dude. Galaxy War, and then Top Racer. That's fucking Top Gear 1. Or maybe that's Top Gear 2? I don't know. But that's crazy, huh? That it's like just this. Why would they pick the same games? Why not like Chrono Trigger and Earthbound and The Legend of Mana? Make it like just a good game multi-cart. Instead of a mediocre, you know. It's just repetitive bullshit. Why do they do that? Except Top Gear 1. I'll have to just stand by it because I love Top Gear 2. Oh, what's the next game? Oh, dude. You know, man, this is really cool. Take a look at this. Super 6-in-1 for the Sega Game Gear. Complete in box. It's like brand new. Let's take a look at the games that are on it. Aerial Assault. I don't know much about it. I'm assuming it's just a space shooter or whatever. I mean, think assault, shooting, aerial, air. So it's like, yeah, just another one of those vertical or horizontal shooters. Alien Syndrome. I know this game. And it looks cool because you're actually a person, a character. You get to move around in this little world. This zone thing that you're in. Alien Syndrome. I think I've tried this like once or twice, and I was like, shit, it's one of those games I gotta find stuff within a certain amount of time. I could be wrong. That's just the way I remember it. It's good. It's a quick little thing. I wouldn't even probably try to ever beat that. Olympic Gold. It's like, oh great, more sports games. I mean, they're decent. It's just, why couldn't it be Sonic Blast? Why couldn't it be Shinobi? Why couldn't it all just be good shit if they know people want good games? Like, why do they put bad games or mediocre games on here? The Chess Master. Dude, that's so action-packed. I can only imagine how wild and crazy that one gets. Bubble Bobble. I know of the franchise, the series. I don't know much of it, though. KO Boxing. Let me guess, you just mash buttons and waste your time. What's the you know what I should mention? I did get another Sonic Blast. Just came in the mail the other day. And if you're thinking that I'm just like showing the same copy, I mean, dude, I'm Sonic Blasting it up. I love Sonic Blast. It's a fun game. So, before I go head over to my friend's house, they're probably texting me right now. They're like, where the hell are you? Yeah, sure enough, dude. Lance Party's waiting. So let's get to the last game of the first night of 4 of the 4-night Roose-O-Rama. 4-in-1 for the Super Cartridge Entertainment System. Well, that's badass, dude. I love it. This is so cool. I'm so happy to have this, and I don't remember like when I bought this or how I bought this, or I was just on an absolute game buying spree. Now that's cool. 4-in-1, 4-in-1. Dude, Goof Troop. That's a funny word, funny like phrase. It's like something you'd call your coworkers at work. Kind of, you're like, yeah, the goof troop. Bunch of fucking idiots. Lamborghini. I mean, obviously I love racing, so that could be cool. Super Soccer. Oh, of course, you have to have that generic, mediocre sports game bullshit. And then Choplifter 3. I've played the first one. It's, you know, just simple and whatever. This could be fun. This could be a really good series of games here. The 4-in-1. Take a look at the artwork there. So yeah, tomorrow I'll be back with night number 4. These are the 6 games so far. This isn't included, but you know what? We're just going to build a big mountain of games over episode 4. Hey, 4-in-1. So it's going to be 4 videos, 4 nights in 1 video. Alright, I'm going to go head over to my friend's house and party and get crazy and wild. And for you guys, it's on to night number 2. So see you there. Alright, night number 1 was as crazy as I thought it would be. On to night number 2. Let's start with this. The Super 5-in-1. This is really cool looking. You know, I understand that this would be what, Sparkster or the Super Rocket Knight, something like that. It's a good game. Sonic Spinball, I've got much more to say on it. I recognize these two. I forget the name. I think this is like Doraemon or something. And Snow Brothers. We have the Super 5-in-1. I guess this is a Genesis multi-cart. Or is it a Mega Drive? Because it's, I don't know. You can see MD. There you go. There's our answer. Mega Drive. There's like some lot number. And there's no price on it. It's negotiable. That's cool. And I'm happy to have it. I need to play this more. It would be the Super 5-in-1. And since we're on the subject of carts of that size, let's move on to this. That'd be the 150-in-1, 1992. That's cool. It's a significant year in my life. So it starts with Contra, Adventure Island, Legend of Cage, Tetris, Super Mario, Bomberman. I mean, this is pretty good. Twin B. What's with number 7? There's nothing there. We should find out what that is, huh? But what's interesting is, okay, so some of these games make sense. And then the farther you go, the less sense they make. That Egypt Tank, Sky War, Castle Maze. These are just made up names here. Balloon Peck. Y-Gun Barrette. You know, Red Ninja and Skate Gayo. And these are all Grape Shot. These are all just made up names. I don't know what they actually are. You get a tag. A little sticker here. That's cool. It's a Famicom game. I've played it, and I want to mention also that the music on the menu screen is really good. It's kind of funky, which is different. Then we've got this. Kirby's Adventure. It's an NES game. It's in good condition. It has a save feature, which is cool. You get 3 save files. Just like you would on Kirby's Dream Land 2 for the Game Boy. But Kirby's Dream Land 2 for the Game Boy, in my opinion, is way better than this. Because this has kind of the Mario 3 thing where no matter what world you're in, or island you're on, whatever they call it, it still recycles the same music. So the levels kind of remind you of each other. Kirby's Dream Land 2, the music is very specific to each island. And you're only going to hear it on that island. So every island kind of has its own vibe, its own character, you know. And it's very well defined, and the enemies don't get reused and stuff like that. So this is good, and I've got most of the way through the game. And I just got to a boss. It was too hard. I haven't got to it. But I could probably beat this game, because it's that good. It's that much fun. And if the challenge is there, I'm willing to take it on, because it's fun doing it. Kirby's Adventure, but I like Dreamland 2 more. Next, we have this. It's the same game, just 2 different versions of it. It would be Rad Racer. Here it's called Highway Star. I'm pretty sure these are the same game. Like, wow, dude. Hell yeah, wow. This is cool. You've got the NES version and then the Famicom. And this was actually free. I got this as a gift. Got the 60 or 72 pin. There's the top. See in the back. These are cool. Rad Racer. What do I think about the game? You can't make any mistakes. Let's put it that way. In Sonic, you know, if you make a mistake, well, you can get some more rings. In Mario, you can get some more lives somehow. There's different ways to do it. But damn, this, it's like if you make one mistake, okay, it kind of sets you back. If you make another one, it's pretty much game over from how I remember playing it. I've gotten through the first stage. It's a lot of fun. It looks great. It feels good. It's super playable. And then the second level's even better. It's at night and everything's dark and green. It's fucking cool. It's probably the most beautiful, like, racing level I've seen in a game. One of them. But then when you get to 3, it just starts getting harder. And then it gets harder. And it just takes that one slip up. That one mistake. You just touch a car and then you kind of screech out of the way. Hit a thing on the side. And you've lost so much time by then, and there's a sound effect letting you know you're out of time, and then boom, you're done. It's fun until you make a mistake, and then it's game over. So back in 6th grade, for some reason our whole grade like divided into gangs. I know that sounds crazy, but it was basically the white kids were the bean burritos, and then the Mexican kids were the poison. And from the poison neighborhood, the first game I got was actually Sonic Spinball. The second would be this. Heavy Nova. And I remember, it's not this exact cartridge, but it was this game. And it was one of the kids from the Poison. And there was an actual brawl out on the playground. I remember it. You know, I was there for it. I don't know why that happened, but this came from someone from that neighborhood. It's funny. Heavy Nova. So back then, I remember getting this. I was like, wow. This is cool. You know, I'm a robot. The intro music is amazing, just like people say. It's not underrated at all. Or, sorry, overrated. It's amazing. And then you get to the actual game, and it's like, wow, this is cool. It's kind of slow and clunky, but I still like it. And then you get to that boss. And it's just the same punching. You're just punching air and just... It's so broken. And then like when you get slammed down and you just lay there, you can't get up. And then they grab you and then they hit you again. They grab you. It's just... I mean, I'm trying so hard to like this game. It just lets you down so much in every way. It's crazy. But yeah, Heavy Nova. I remember getting it, not this copy, but yeah, I played this game, and I've had it since a kid. I've got nostalgia for it. And then finally, the last game is like, if you like stuff like this, like I think this is super cool. You know, stuff like this. Just some stuff I wanted to show, because I really love shit like this. That... So if you're into stuff like this, like I am, then wouldn't it be really cool to have a racing game that replicates short track oval racing, right? Wouldn't that be badass? I went to this race. Wouldn't it be fun to have something that replicates that, you know? And that's what I've always seeked. I've always looked out for it. You know what? You know how I mentioned over there the Zan Sharp thing? The Zan Sharp shirt. There's the car right there. The Winston West version. The last game, and I'm so excited to introduce this because I've been putting it off so long. Because it's just that good. It's just that badass. Like, this is it. One of my favorite, one of the most playable games I've ever been in contact with would be this. Sprint Cars Road to Knoxville. Talk about never judge a book by its cover or ever judge a game by its price tag. Look at that. $2.99. One of the most playable, fun games I've ever experienced. If you want to have the best experience with this, have 2 players, go to Sea Bell or steer planes, and then have the longest race at the highest difficulty. Dude, you'll have a 16 car A main event, And there'll be cars bumping and banging. It's just a short track oval racing dream. It's amazing. There's actually number 2. So this one's Road to Knoxville, and then there's another one that's like something Eldora. I actually have that too. This is better, I think. This one doesn't slow down. It doesn't have that like slow down drag to it. 2-player, I mean, this is just so much fun. You know, you get to qualify, adjust your car. You know, then it's on to freaking the heat race, you know. When you have 2 players, you might have separate heat races or be together. We're actually racing each other to try to race into the top 6. If you don't make it, then it's the B-main, where you have to go to the top 4. And then, like, dude, if you're in, it's a 30-lap main event. And it's just the most badass thing. It's just so good. The only way, if I could make this better, the only way I could see doing it, instead of 30, how about a 50-lap main event? How about a 100-lap main event? Like, that's where I'm really getting interested now. And instead of 16 cars, why not 24, 30, you know, just more cars, more laps, a smaller track, just the most chaos and racing action. This game has a ton of racing action, and I appreciate it for what it is, and that's the truth. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and it's one of the most playable. Look at some of the condition of some of these. I mean, these are all in really nice shape, right? It's because I don't play them. I don't really get to them. I play this almost every single day. This disc is scratched. Like, it's crazy. And that copy, I'm hoping to retire it now. I'll just pick up another one, because they're only $3. Heck, I might as well save the one I grew up with. So that's that. That's night number 2. I added a ton more games. These pictures will be going back into my drawer. Because, yeah, these are irreplaceable. They don't make them anymore. I can always get more of this. That's it. So I've got shit to do, and see you guys in the next night. It'll be night 3. We'll start night number 3 with this. A Game Boy multi-cart. Looks like a 4-in-1. What I like the most is the camouflage box. Except for the back isn't camouflage. It's things that have nothing to do with this. So I'm assuming that they had like a ton of multi-carts they made. And this is just the same box they'd put it in. But they made it like camouflage. This is awesome. I really like this. Even though, I'll be honest, I've never even taken this out of its box. It's just sat this way on the back, new. Like, it better be, if you're buying one. It's got this sticker here. I love this. This is awesome. And the first item is going to be the, what do you call it? The Camouflage 4-in-1 game for the Game Boy. That's what we'll call it. So, you guys remember these? I've got them in cases. Like, they're all in plastic protectors. Got jewel case protectors for them. Just feels better to handle them. Honestly, it's just preserved. It's cool. And they're heading to the game shelf. Just letting everyone know. That definitely got taken care of. You remember this? The New Year's 15-in-1 Famicom game. Famicom original game multi-cart. This is awesome. But I've already talked about this in the first episode. It is the fourth episode I'm doing. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I actually have 4 of them. Adding the extra 3 to the game shelf. The game case, I'm pretty much thinking we're going to call it. I don't know. I don't really know what to call it. Like, again, none of this is really planned. It's just, I've had all this. It's time to get it on one shelf. So the Hummer 15-in-1, again, yeah, I got 4 of them. I'm super excited to get it in there. I should probably talk about it, huh? The first one, I believe it's what, The Legend? And it's a fighting game. And it's pretty good for what it is, for an 8-bit original unlicensed fighting game. The music's really good. Number 2, I don't exactly remember everything, but there's like a pink jelly, there's the Hummer. See, I should probably know. One called Heroin, and then there's one called, again, the duck and the egg. You know, pink jelly is really interesting because the level, like the whole level is just from this side of the screen to the other. You know, you just walk, you jump over something, boom, complete. Do the same thing again, except you jump over something different, it's complete. It's awesome. I like pink jelly. But yeah, the New Year's 15-in-1. We'll move on. We'll probably move on to this. The Super 4-in-1. It appears to be for the Mega Drive. Just because of the way that it looks, the design. I believe inside is a Genesis type cartridge though. And yeah, ding dang. So let's just look at it overall. It's cool. You got like the 70s. It's like kind of groovy. 4-in-1. It's just got that look that I really like. The look that I was into years ago, and that's when I got all this stuff. I was buying multi-carts like crazy. That's why I have so many like bootleg games, is they were just so cool back then. And they still are. Just kind of cool in their own way. Yeah, ding dang, that's good. It's got like a platforming game. It's fun. Glad to have it accessible. Like if someone's like, hey, let's play a game. I'm thinking, alright, what do you want to play? He's like, put in ding dang. I'm like, wow, I'm glad I have a 4-in-1. Dodgeball, I've probably played it. It didn't really stand out to me. Sonic 2, it's like one of the best games ever made. Total improvement over Sonic 1 in pretty much every way. Except it just doesn't have that older feel to it. This, like, you know, 1965 917, hold A, push start, like I know all that stuff. It's one of my greatest memories as a kid, is playing Sonic 2. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It's so good. And like I've said, Mystic Cave is my favorite level. And then, you know, I like Aquatic Ruin. Chemical Plant's cool, but to me it's always been kind of a nuisance. But I like it. And then people talk about the pink water that rises. That's so easy. Like as a kid, I mean, we had that figured out in 4th grade, how you do that. You just be patient, you go up the platforms. It's like, come on. Just be careful with your jumps. It's not that hard. It really isn't. It's fun. I actually love Chemical Plant. When it comes to the ideas of the levels, though, I love Oil Ocean. It's just so interesting for an idea. It's extremely, though, frustrating of a level. Anyway, sorry. Enough about Sonic 2. It's just a great game. I love it. It's so good. Bomberman, I don't know anything about it, but I'm glad I have it. So I have shown these two at one point. That would be the original game 28-in-1, and then the 4-in-1 that I get free. Man, these are from the same package that I'd ordered. I originally placed the order for this cartridge, but this came in its place. That's how it went. But there were other games that I ordered just to make it worth it. You know, if I'm going to wait who knows how long. Let's get like 7 or 8 games. I forget exactly how many I got, but it just came in this box that had a hole in it. The cartridges were loose, and I was like, I was super fucking disappointed, I'll be honest. I was like, this is bullshit. All the cartridges are dirty, and they look stupid. I mean, I wanted something, like, unique. I knew what I was going for, but damn. Like, there's not even anything wrapping the cartridges. They're just loose. 28-in-1, 4-in-1. Well, here's one of the other ones I ordered, just for the sake of fattening up the order. It would be this. Dude, the super hit game. I was scrolling through the different cartridges that he had in his like little online store. And I saw this. I'm like, this is the craziest thing. Just look at this. Like a super hit game. That's just all it says. Well, it's like, what is this? What's in there? They don't tell you. This is just such an awesome looking cartridge. And you know what, this whole Raxic Games like video series here, there's certain things that I've been kind of holding off on. This is like one of those things that I just think is super cool. Super badass, you know? I love it, dude. Yeah. This is so cool. Got this. Just some dirty sticker. It's super hit game. Look at this. Like, this is the coolest thing I've seen all day. And I've been a lot of places today. And then someone would show me this. I'm like, is that a video game? And they're like, yeah, it's a video game. I just bought it. Who made it? Like a preschooler? Like, this is crazy. When you put it in, I believe the first game is going to be, because there's Pokemon stuff. The first game is like a Pokemon hack. So it's like another game and they just put Pikachu in there, I think. And then the rest of it's just like Frontline, Super Mario Bros. And pinball and this and that, you know, just your usual stuff. B-Wings might be on there, which is a good game. Got a special place with me. Got a place with B-Wings. We got super hit game. Just an ordinary multi-cart with an amazing cool look. And a Pokemon game, which is actually a hack though, so take it for what that is. And then how about this? Wow, that looks like such an epic quest, huh? Like, dude, he's so determined. Got his sword. It's like everything shiny. Like, he's just ready to go. I mean, have you ever seen someone so determined to take on whatever's ahead? What an epic quest this appears to be. What a vertical shooter it ends up being. Yeah, it's just a vertical shooter. It's kind of like, I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's just like, yeah, it's just a vertical shooter. It's good, you know. It's exactly, I'm trying to think of the name. Whatever. What's the name of this game? Oh, man. Wish I could remember. Damn it. Rainbow Prince. That's what it's called. Rainbow Prince. It's a gaYme game. Yeah. The game over screen's pretty good on it. It's crazy because it's like got a Grim Reaper. I remember actually playing this game on the bus not that long ago. I'm like, dude, I gotta play some Rainbow Prince. And it's pretty good. But it's a, you know, it's a shooter, just so you know. gaYme. I love these cartridges. They're cool. It's just green. That's how it looks. So yeah, that's that. Doesn't even really click shut. Just kind of sits there. How about for the last item that I add here? This is the latest I've ever shot a video before. This is crazy. It's been a long day. Here we go. The last item. The GG 68-in-1 for the Sega Game Gear. You put this in, and the first thing you see is The Simpsons. It would be the Bart versus the Space Mutants. Yeah, it's just a frustrating game, and I don't feel like motivated in any way to play it. Like, I'll put it in, I'll go for a couple seconds, and I'm already just like, yeah, I'm over this. I could be playing Saturday Night Speedway right now. I could be playing Sprint Cars Road to Knoxville. And I'm sitting here as Bart, trying to jump over these bullets. It's just like, no. We're not going to do that. I like it for what it is. It would be cool to, like, one day beat it. But there's just no way I'd probably ever have the time or the just desire to do it. There's all kind of different games. It's the same old, just Master System, Game Gear type games that just repeat over and over. There is one game that this has on it, though, that's super unique. And that would be Superboy 2. And I didn't even know it. I don't even think I knew it had Superboy 2. I bought it. Played it. I'm like, dude, Superboy 2, which is a Master System Mario game. It's freaking cool. It's like extremely kind of choppy the way that it plays, but yeah, I'm super excited about it, you know, when I play it. The craziest thing about the game, though, is that when you get to the end, what is it, like level 3? There's just nowhere to go from there. So it's like the first stage is badass. Second stage is more badass, you know. And then you get to the third stage, and it's like the most badass thing ever, because there's just nothing at the end, you know. There's just nothing there. It's like, wait a minute. There's only stage 3, and where do I go? You jump off a cliff. Shouldn't there be something at the end? No. There's nothing there. It's just the end of the game. That's why I have so little to say. I'm sitting here struggling to describe it, because it's just like there's not much to say. It's a short game because it's broken and it cuts off way too early. It's called Super Boy 2. Get it if you can get it and try it. It's a fun, like, Mario bootleg for the Game Gear or Master System. But yeah, that's that for night number 3. So we'll see what goes from here. I might go to sleep. I've got someone who's been chatting with me. I had to cut him off because I had to get this video done. I had to get these games in, you know, because I love this stuff. Like, this is so cool, dude. The Hummer Team 15-in-1, super hit game, Rainbow Prince. I remember playing this just the other day. These that I'll never play. It's unfortunate. The Croc Family 3-in-1. Virtua Cop, dude. Just like 2 discs in there. It makes me so happy. I love it. It's just the wrong way to do it, you know? You don't do it that way. And they just did it. And it's, you know. Where else have you seen that? I've never seen that anywhere. Gex. Enter the Gecko. Is that even Gex there? I've wondered that. I mean, it looks like Gex. It's just like, huh. I guess there's a space level on that. That's cool. Anyways, yeah, that's night number 3. So, see you guys soon. Alright, night number 4 is here. And this is it. Let's start the last night of this video series with this. The 76-in-1. All white label. Nothing but text. There's no images. Here's the back. Got a label on here. It gives it a lot of character. I really like this multi-cart, and I've had this close to me for years. I remember getting it. Most of these games are probably games we've seen on other multi-carts. You know, Frontline. You know, you're going to get Mario. Which are all good games. You know, Dig Dug, or, you know, just the usual Donkey Kong, normal Famicom multi-cart games. The main one that you get, though, that's super interesting, was it 180 days? Around the world in 180 days, or Puss in Boots. And to me, it just reminds me of like a Fisher-Price game. Like, it seems like a younger child type game. It's just extremely, like, kind of simple and just like goo goo gaga. I don't know how to really put it. It's an awesome ass game. Like, I love playing it. I can probably get to the 3rd stage. And it's actually hard. I don't think you get a health meter. You just get lives. So it's like you get hit so many times and it's a game over. But it's good, you know. That's basically why I would play this. Boom. I want some Puss in Boots. I want some hunt around the world in 180 days. And it delivers big time on both of those. Next would be this. The Super 3-in-1 NT996. This came from Thailand. I believe I ordered another game with it. That'll be in a later video. Or 2 others, and then one of them broke. I'm really upset about that because it was my own fault. Yeah, note to self, don't push on these too hard if they don't go in. Yeah, 1997. That's the year I graduated 6th grade. Went on to junior high. Not that I had any Famiclone stuff back then, but it's just cool. That's actually like a real multi-cart. What are the games? So we got the 2 Mortal Kombats, and naturally I'm just going to think, oh, they're just more kind of unlicensed, high-pitched music at the beginning of each level, like just that same Street Fighter, Turbo, Street Fighter 10, whatever it's called. Just more of that. But I think these might be more in-depth, because this was a more expensive multi-cart. And then, dude, Pocahontas. This is a good game. I'm a huge fan of this. It is slow. It's very, like, dated. I mean, it's extremely kind of dated in the way it feels. It's a bootleg original. Or I shouldn't even keep using the word bootleg. I need to stop that. It's just an unlicensed game, and it's really good. And yeah, the first stage is good. It looks good. I think you go through some water. The animation's good, but it's still got that unlicensed kind of feeling to it. I'm not saying it's the best game, but it's pretty cool. Got that. Nice little sticker there. I like stuff like that. 3-in-1 for the Famicom, or in my case, the Nintendo NES with an adapter. You guys remember in the last video I showed this whole unlicensed unknown game? That would be this right here. I did show this, and here's the package. Same thing. Here's something else that I have, which is funny, I just opened it for some reason, but look, another copy of it. This time, instead of like the manual on one side and the cover on the other, like how that's done. Yeah, this one, it's like both on the back, and it seems like it fits better. Or maybe it's, I don't know. Might be just, I don't know, it's crazy. And then here's the manual for it. Yeah, my guess is that this manual is probably in there, because it's all folded. Yeah, this is just that game from back then. That last episode. Let's see some of them. The manual. Different characters and different moves. It's a good game. I know I called it unlicensed bullcrap. It's actually pretty good. Notes, like memo. Let's see, walk left and keep mashing buttons. That's the strategy. So, I just wanted to mention that I have another copy we're going to add. A little out of shape there. Just a second. There we go. Get that taken care of. Yeah, got the second copy. Here's something that I'm pretty happy to show. We've got these. My two childhood demo discs. I got this one with the PlayStation that I owned in my very first one. And this at Pizza Hut, probably a couple months later, sometime soon after. Demo CD, it's the blue one. I don't know if there's more, I think there is. I just played this last night. It has Metal Gear Solid, it's a good demo. It has Gran Turismo, which is a good game, but there's only 6 cars in the race. So, good game, is it a good race? Anyways, what else? Crash Bandicoot is on here. It's really good. I think there's like 5 or 6 games total. And then this interactive CD. Sampler disc, volume 7. I believe this came with my PlayStation back in '98 is I think when I got it. It's got gaYse, which is actually where I first tried gaYse. Even though I've said a Pizza Hut demo disc is where I did it. This is actually where I first tried gaYse. And what's it got? Blasto. I think it's got like a football demo, like a video demo. I think it would be funner to just play the game than see a video, but yeah, these are my demo discs, and they're going on the game case, and I'm super excited. It's a huge part of my childhood right there. Of course, we got, I love racing games, because I love racing. This, of course, Destruction Derby for the PlayStation 1. There's the back. So I grew up with Destruction Derby 2. I believe I got it for Christmas. It blew my mind. Like, I just really like it. I like everything about Destruction Derby 2 for the PlayStation. I mean, everything. Like, it's just the perfect game to me. The intro, the theme music, the menu screen music, just the sound effect. I mean, just everything. You know, the way it's structured, it's perfect. And the way that I play it is stock car mode. I mean, the wrecking's cool, but I also like the racing aspect. So I'm like, hey, I grew up with number 2. I love that game. I wonder what number 1 was like. So I bought this about a year or 2 ago. And it's good. It's nowhere near as good as 2. And I noticed something else about this game is that the tracks are always flat. There's no change in elevation like number 2. You know, we're going off ramps and catching air, all this crazy stuff. This, it always feels very flat. And I think it's harder. But I do like the oval level, which is the first track. And then I like the figure 8. And then there's another one that's kind of like a figure 8. I haven't played this in like a year, so that's my memory. Those tracks are fun because they're like kind of realistic. Things that you'd see at like a stadium. And there's a 20 car count. Let's see. Yeah, right there. Number 12 out of 20. See, I mean, you get 20 cars. So if you can get a small enough track, yeah, there's a ton of racing action. It's action-packed. Good game, but I just think number 2 is better. Could be nostalgia, but I just think, for other reasons it's better. Damn, I'm really happy to be adding this to the game case. The 4-in-1. This just came from a internet forum, just from one of those game lists for sale. I bought this mostly because it says new Contra. I'm like, cool. I know there's different Contra original unlicensed games out there, like Contra Spirits, which I've shown. Damn. I was pretty satisfied with what I got. Silkworm, I mean, I'll get to this at the very end. Silkworm, it's like it could be a 2-player, or it is, I don't know. But I've always played this 2-player. One player's on the ground, the other's in the air, like in a helicopter. You're just kind of shooting your way through this battlefield. It's a good game, I just haven't gotten very far in it. Cage, I forget like what Cage, because I think I've played 2 different games with that name, or Legend of Cage. Whichever one this is, it's good. I've had a good time with it. And then Double Dragon 3, which I'll talk about next. But it's all about new Contra. And I remember buying this. It's got a rattling piece in it. I don't know if I showed you the back. It's just a really cool looking cartridge. It's a weird type of plastic. It feels like thinner. But I don't know, it just feels different. The way it sits. I've always just been a big fan of this cartridge. New Contra 3. Or, sorry, New Contra. I just recall, like, I've always played this 2-player. And damn, it's just really good. The music's good. You're picking up weapons. It's just a fun adventure you're going on. You're going across bridges, I believe, and just there's water. Just imagine a 2-player Contra shoot-'em-up type game, but from sort of the top looking down. But kind of on an angle. Like, it's got some depth to it. And it's damn good. I believe on the title screen it's like Contra 7 or something like that. I later found out that it's called Heavy Barrel. And I'm like, damn, Heavy Barrel's a damn good game is what it is. And I'd like to get a copy of that one day. Just kind of haven't got to it. I always thought that Heavy Barrel, that's funny. Like, it's not the size of the bullet or the accuracy of the shooter. It's all about how heavy the barrel is. That never made sense to me. So I talked about something, and that would be this. Double Dragon 3. And this is the most badass copy of Double Dragon 3 ever. I think. This is it. Double Dragon 3, you get the picture. I'm not sure what these say, but I mean, dude, the blue label. This is awesome. And then when you go to the back, what's even more awesome is you get the full description of the game. So here's what you get, on Double Dragon 3. Double Dragon 3 is the most superial game in the world. Like, this is the most superior copy ever made of this game. Now, this game consists of 5 key points: USA, China, Japan, Italy, and Egypt. 3-piece of a... Yeah, it's like hard to read it. 3-piece of ancient Egyptian inscriptions were hidden in these 5 key points. You just need knock down the chief of the enemy to pass the key point as you enter the enemy base. Only if you get 3-piece inscriptions, then you can solve the mystery of ancient Egypt. weapon, boxing, kicking, skipping, and other kind of killing skill as you push down the keypad or keypad's combination. Sorry to like read that, it's just like, that is cool. Anyways, we'll get on to the next one. Yeah, I'm coming through. Why would I have bought this? It's like one of the worst games ever made. I mean, damn. Indy 500. I've heard just bad things about it. But it's a complete gaYme game. And what I think... Here's the one thing that I'll give this game credit for. There's 33 cars in the main event. Like, I don't know if it says it here anywhere. The main event, the main race, there's a 33 car field. That's pretty impressive, in my opinion. 33? Like, that's a nice amount of cars to have in a race. I think, like, even the game that I had down here, Sprint Cars Road to Knoxville, that's only 16 in the main event. 33? Damn, like twice the field. That's good. I mean, that's the one thing I'll give this game, and that's why one reason I'd buy it, and I'm happy to have it. Other than that, I've seen footage of it, and it just doesn't look like the Indy 500. Yeah, just doesn't play like it. To me, I looked at this and I was thinking, what, in this race, what has to do with the Indy 500, really? I had nothing even to do with it other than their Indy cars, which are cool. And I've seen it Santana Raceway, and that was an absolute blast. Got pictures, stuff from it. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of the game. End of the show here. You know what? It's not the end of the show. Let me show you one more thing. So I bought a Game Gear lot just the other day. Just part of it was this, a Sonic 2 copy. I actually bought the lot for another game that was in it, but there was also this. I'm like, cool. And there was actually a couple of, you want to just see them? See, we had NBA Jam, just happened to be in it. And then Fred Couples Golf. Like, okay. I mean, a golf game. Back when I was a kid and I saw the golf games, it was impressive. Because it's kind of like watching golf on TV. Because the Game Gear is like a television. Like an original TV. It just had that, I don't know, just it's got a certain magic to it. One thing I noticed though, like here's the crazy thing about why I'm bringing this up. It's a nice cartridge. Really nice shape. This is what I grew up with. It's just got that feel to it. But the Sonic Spinball, also made in China. The Sonic Spinball, that was it made in Mexico? Assembled in Mexico. It looks different. Like it's just shinier, it's a darker black. It's got a different screw right there. So that's one clear difference. Made in China, and then this one, nothing. But yeah, the made in Mexico, it just feels different. It's cheaper. Or, yeah, this just feels sturdier. Feels like this could crack. Like, look. That's solid. I mean, this is a nice, really made thing. I mean, it's just, yeah. I'm not actually pushing it that hard. It's just like, damn. Just pointing out that difference. I thought that was crazy. So that's the end of Racks of Games. Roose-O-Rama, episode number 4. Let's head over there and put these games on a shelf. So when it comes to my final thoughts, here are my first thoughts. Let's get started. The first thing we're doing is adding this, the original 28-1. It's Tier 1. Story. The experience. Also, to Tier 1 would be this. 4-in-1. That I get free. Of course, there's this, the 4-in-1 as well. It's got heavy barrel. Remember, it's how heavy the barrel is. That's what counts the most. We got the funky game selection screen music. Crazy titles. The 150-in-1. Of course, the 3-in-1 that has Pocahontas. It's a really good game. I mean, it's got that broken unlicensed thing going for it, but it's a good game. I had a good time. In fact, when we were playing it, we were laughing the whole time. Having a really fun time with it. Remember this? Rainbow Prince? So determined to convince you this epic quest is a vertical shooter. There's nothing to do with the label. I don't know. I would expect an RPG or something here. I don't know. Maybe farther in the game you get an RPG. But as far as I know, it's a shooter. Put that here. But it is a gaYme game. Those are really cool cartridges. I'm a huge fan of them. Of course, the 7-in-1. That's Super 1997 and new. It's for the Super Famicom, which I don't own. I'll stick it here with, I believe, Space Ace. Super hit game. It's a tier 1 game. Not only because of how good, how badass it is, it has some of the most corroded pins, corroded contacts I've ever seen. This is probably the most corroded game I've ever owned. I think it really is. And the label was like printed on a computer. And there's like some piece of tape over it, holding it on. This is probably one of my favorite multi-carts ever. And it's one of the 3 that I bought during that purchase. Of course, there's a Hummer 15-in-1. It's a tier 1 game as well. Contra, which is cool. It's the Hollywood video version. That was up the PlayStation stuff. Four-in-1. Happy to have it. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll just keep like just adding things out there. Of course, Sonic Jam. Like, who would buy this? Who would want this? Me. Complete. Sealed. Why not get 2 of them? Just like I got 2 of those, remember? Why not? Not gonna work. Yeah, it's the, what is it, the GB game jack right there. Cool. Let it stick out right here. Rad Racer. This is a lot of fun until you make a mistake. Once you crash, you know, you're behind. And then if you crash again, you're way too behind. Pretty much game over. Highway Star. That's the same game. I almost hate to kind of separate. You know what? I'm having a lot of fun with this right now. Let's make this tier 1, just for the fun of it. I like that. I love doing that. I love the whole idea of just putting something tier 1. It's just cool. Got a little adrenaline rush there. And of course, never taken out of its box, but the box is the most amazing thing. Why would I want anything taken from it? Destruction Derby. Number 2 is better, but number 1's good. Do that oval track or that figure 8, and you'll see why. And yeah, that'll have to work. That's not a tier 1 game. I'm not going to give it that yet. We'll see, you know, over time, but as much as I'd love to put that up here, it's not happening yet. Just like this isn't happening yet. It's good, but Dreamland 2 is better. Which is bullshit, because Dreamland 2 came first. The best copy ever, Double Dragon 3. As cool as it is, we'll just keep it there. We'll keep it cool. That's really cool. And we got just all kind of 15-in-1s. So we got all these 15. Maybe we'll do this. There we go. I actually kind of like the way that sits. The Unlicensed Beat 'em Up, which is a Genesis game. And there's the hole. And there's the other copy that I have as well. Meow. Indy 500. I'll never open it because it's not worth playing. But I'm glad to have it. Heavy Nova. Dude, it's such a good game. Like, in terms of nostalgia. I just remember when I got this, it was so cool. So badass, you know, but dude, this isn't badass, man. Like, I guess it kind of is, but try playing into the game a serious amount. It's extremely frustrating. Damn. See, I told you this was going to get crazy. 76 and 1. I'm a big fan of this. I absolutely love it. It's all about 188 days, or around the world in 180 days. AKA Puss in Boots. Super 5 and 1. The best thing about it is Sonic Spinball. Even though these games are probably all really good. And I know this one's good, because I've actually sat and played this. And the price is negotiable. That's what's also cool about it. Put that here. The interactive CD, my very first disc, I believe. It probably came with my PlayStation. Pizza Hut demo disc. Super Famicom. Getting easier to hold it now because there's so much shit in there. Contra. I just had that because I had talked about it over there. We've already added it. But heck, why not add like 10 more? It's a fun game. The gaYme Super 6 and 1. gaYme. Let's see. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's really not. What? Like, come on. Why isn't this like Sonic Blast and just like all the best stuff? Shinobi, you know, Itchy and Scratchy. I mean, anything like, but just the same bullshit. I don't know, but I guess it's cool. Game Gear stuff. We'll start the second row there. The GG 68 and 1. It's got Mario Super Boy 2, which is a Mario game. That's bootleg. The 3 CD deals. Of course, this. The Assembled in Mexico Sonic Spinball. I played a little bit of that. I prefer the Genesis one already. This, I'll probably never play it. 4 and 1. The best thing, Sonic 2, you know, because it's a really good game. Backside's the same thing, and then the cartridge is the same thing. That'll go here. We'll take care of that later. And then look, the last thing that's on here, dude, Sprint Cars Road to Knoxville. And you know what? This is probably the funnest game out of anything here. Seriously, this is good. Go to Steer Plains Raceway. Do a 2-player, full event, full difficulty, full damage, you know, the longest race possible. It's a blast. Try to win it on the hard mode. You know, you're just bumping and banging. It's a lot of fun. You get a max amount of 16 cars and a max amount of 30 laps. Which in my opinion, they both come up short. But it's still fun. Anyways, it's Roose the Rotor. I know you've been waiting to hear that. And we're just adding to the game shelf. And it's so fun. It's such a rush to add something to Tier 1. Trust me, we're just getting started. We're gonna fill this. Everything's getting filled. You'll see. So that's it. And this was the 4-night Roose-O-Rama. And this is the end of the 4th night. So see you guys in episode 5. Trust me, it's coming. See ya.